Okay.
What's good? It's Chigozy. Monday, February 1st, 2021. This is going to be a short stream. I'm just going to probably go like 40 minutes, it looks like. But we'll get right into it. I was asked to look into Whoopi Goldberg's Masonic code. Hey, Eric Catherine. Nothing much, brother. Doing well. We're going to look into this. And this is just all what I've been looking at, because I know Zach put out a video on this, but I haven't been able to check it out yet. So I'm completely new to this. But again, it's one of those things where it's like I don't want to get behind on people's requests. So I just want to start doing this stuff. Someone left a comment, and there's more I'm gonna get to, but this is the one we're gonna do today. Whoopi Goldberg apologizes for wearing Prince Hall. And again, why is she apologizing? Why doesn't the federal government apologize? Why don't the Jesuits apologize? Prince Hall, Masonic sweater on the View. So to apologize for doing this is just insinuates that it's a bad thing. And we clearly we've seen the rituals these people do, but you get it. Like, it's hard to even put this in words. In Prince Hall, because it's black Freemasonry, the predominantly black Freemason. That's what it all is. Whoopi Goldberg has apologized to fans after sporting a Prince Hall Masonic sweater on the Tuesday, January 6th episode of The View. So on the 1-year anniversary of the death of Kobe Bryant, who very well was a ritual sacrifice. I mean, he was definitely synced up with the Boule. So Prince Hall, Boule, 1-year anniversary of his death on The View. And I love how whoever this is, OK Magazine, I really have to commend them. I like how they give us a date. I mean, they give us everything, where it happened, where she was on, when everything, right in one sentence. So January 26th, that was the 26th day of the year, Bryant 26, but here we have the day with 68 numerology, Afro 68, Negro 32. This was the day I said, looking for maybe Obama, stuff like that, black people, and we saw that stuff. I'm not sure of Obama, but we saw black people. The View, 38, 34, 97. Prince equals 34, 38, pick Prince Hall. Prince Hall, 55, 53. Prince Hall Masonic is in quotes too. Prince Hall Masonic equals 287. Prime. So I do see 172 to reflection, 271 to 58 prime. And Ninja Debs. Oh, Arthur's here? Oh, I don't see him. That's another Arthur. Oh, what's up with Arthur? Oh. I know what you mean. Hey, Jomo. The video of where the white deputy body slams a black female student in Kissimmee, Florida. Decode on the black female student in Kissimmee, Florida. Sure. We'll do this one after this with Whoopi Goldberg. The video shared widely on Twitter shows the school officer throwing the teen to the ground. So we'll get into this. We just got to finish off this Whoopi Goldberg. Just how many days from her birthday she's doing this on The View. But I guess black people is the topic. I mean, this is perfect though. It fits the video. And why are we talking about black people today too? Because today's the day with 44 numerology. Black people 44. Black man 21. It's 2/1. Right? In 2021. The 32nd day of the year. Negro 32. It's the first day of Black History Month as well. So, and of course, the thing we're going to look at next is from Florida. Whoopi Goldberg, November 13th, 1955. Whoopi Goldberg equals 60. Nigger equals 60. So from her November 13th birthday to the 26th, November 13th birthday to the 26th is 74 days. Masonic equals 74. Then this is a clear Masonic ritual from the Roman Catholic Church, Roman Catholic Church 104. But do you see this riddle? This is extremely clear. 74 days from her birthday. Do you see how they're doing this? This means that she's like, why is she apologizing for doing a ritual? Are you not processing this information? It says that Whoopi Goldberg, I will never wear it again. She apologizes for wearing a Prince Hall Masonic sweater on The View. So we know how in Gematria, Masonic equals 74. I mean, this is basic. When you read Zach's first book, you see this in the first few pages. Masonic 74, English 74, Gematria, this is what we're using. We're on Gematria, well, Gematrinator, decoding Gematria, Gematria 74. With the English language, this is all occult, English 74, occult 74, right? Holiday, Independence Day 74, no for reduction, but even just using this English ordinal. You see how we get all these 74s, but here right now, Masonic, oh, Lucifer, 74, killing, 74, Jesus, 74, Messiah, 74, he spoke in parables, 74, found in the gospel, 74. You see how this all working? Nailed to a cross, 74. This is all the 74s from the Jesuit order coded here. So that's why Masonic 74, 74 days from her birthday, she's here. And I paused there because I was thinking, did I tell you Messiah was 74 in case I didn't? Jesus Messiah. But anyway, 74. Also that 213, death 213, satanic. But it's just running for the mill, par for the course. I mean, I don't know what else to say right now. Goldberg 38. Like Masonic. Goldberg 43, like Masonic. I mean, this is a Masonic actor. This is Freemasonic propaganda, ritual distraction. It is by the numbers. I mean, how much more clear does this have to be? 74 days from her birthday? False flag 414. 41 weeks and 4 days from her birthday. Oh, hey, homeschool. You would see. It was funny. I mean, my silver breakdown is going to be like all my breakdowns. And again, silver just, it tried to break 30. We're going to look at what was shared earlier by Dr. OJ, but I mean, thing is, I knew that someone's gonna ask about silver. I was prepared to talk about it today. Well, by prepared as in I knew someone's gonna ask me about it. So we'll look at that in a minute. We'll cue that up next, and we're gonna add it to the title. I mean, yeah, we'll get us views. Thing is, I might. It's funny. I should just take advantage of this silver and expose it and get more people. I mean, it's the smart thing to do. But the thing is, what am I gonna say? And we'll do like a separate one too, maybe. You want me, like, look, it's gonna break out of this level. Look at it's just technical analysis. I mean, it's all it's gonna be. Looking at the silver futures by the numbers. So this is, see, I knew it was gonna break 30, but it was a fault. I mean, on a daily, it's like a false breakout, but again, it's like it hasn't closed. It can still close nicely here and then open up. But it looks like it's preparing, right? It did make new highs. The futures. These aren't all-time highs, but again, this is the level I was looking at. Yesterday, I saw this yesterday because all this bullshit came out. I said, okay, look, the high here was 30. Well, 29, and look at the high of this wick, 29,915. So $30, right? So I broke $30, but it didn't hold. But that's to be expected because they gapped up, right? When you're gapping up and you're just ripping up straight to a level, with no kind of pullback. You really think it's gonna break 30, hold 30, 31? Yeah, sure, it could. Silver loves doing shit like that actually, but this is such a long-term resistance level. Way back in August, there's a lot of activity here, and we'll come back to this. But again, if we're trying to make a next leg up, it's still looking well. It could even kind of close lower. As long as the candle kind of closes green, that would help. If it closes green, it kind of bases around here and starts to, then have like a better breakout. Or it could just rip even higher tomorrow. Or it could be a complete false breakout and it could just, again, they'll say, oh, Reddit, everyone's on silver now. And it's the obvious play, right? Everyone's going to be buying silver. But watch them now shake out everyone before they take it higher. That's what I'm thinking they might even try to do. Sister Act, Silver Act. Hey, what's good, Marco? That's awesome you're here, brother. Well, speaking of Gematria Whiz, bro, look at some Gematria Whiz. This Florida school officer body slams female student into concrete in viral video. By Biba Adams. The video shared widely on Twitter, because that's very easy to do from the federal government. Shows the school officer throwing the teen to the ground, and she appears to stop moving. A white school resource officer was captured on video tackling a black high school student in Florida, knocking her to the ground, rendering her unconscious. Oh, this was on TMZ the other day. We looked at this already, but I just chose not to look at the video because I was like, man, this looks. I just feel like it'd just be another time sink. Like another staged shit of, this blurry video. That's why I even clicking it. It was blurry, grainy. So I was like, what's the point? I'm going to say the same exact thing as every single time. And we're running out of time at that point. The incident took, and I don't have much time today either. So this is already not good in terms of my time. But don't worry. The incident took place at Liberty High School in Kissimmee, Florida. I just say all that to go just to show you, man. Like this propaganda is just so ridiculous. Like the fact that there's people around us that actually believe this and take it like seriously, that shit needs to stop. Kissimmee, Florida, 78 like Jesuit, nigger 102. Yes, nigger equals 102. That's why we have a black girl there being tackled by the police, by the the 12, police 102. See a police, they have a police 102 and nigger 102 where? In Kissimmee, Florida 102. Do you see how these are riddles by the numbers? It's just so ridiculous. And then Kissimmee 59, like slave, like Negro, like Rasta, like blues. Please don't tell me that. I hope this wasn't published today. I know this was published before, so I hope they're not telling us this today now just for Black History Month. I don't think they did this. Okay, good. Because I mean, guys, these people go super far all the time to just absolutely put it in your face. But again, we haven't even looked at CNN yet, and it's the first day of Black History Month with a date with 44 numerology. Like we're gonna have to take a peep at that. But again, this is in Florida. The death claim murder numbers, 3387. Tesla has these numbers. Well, Tesla's 78. But remember, an 8/7, they with 33 numerology. Stock gapped up. Academy Award winning actor singer Jamie Foxx commented in a clip. What in the absolute fuck? Slam a girl to the concrete after you've already subdued her? What kind of heartless shit is that? Someone's daughter. What the fuck, cowards? Yeah, that is someone's daughter, and guess what? A lot of people's daughters are doctors, lawyers, farmers, dentists, and actors. In this case, a fucking actor or some paid, Ponzi shill or something. Guys, these are contrived events, staged events from the police. Black 11-second video. Then Jamie Foxx on January 27th doing this. He was paid to do this. First off, Jamie equals 38, 34, like Florida's 38, 43, death numbers. He could have killed her. Jamie Foxx, 44, like black people, like African American, like execution, like we get ritual sacrifice numbers here. I mean, I hope this girl's just unconscious. I think she's fine now, I assume. Jamie Foxx. And then how many days from his birthday? Known professionally as Jamie Foxx. Eric Marlon Bishop, December 13th, 1967. This is really happening right now. Oh, he was born a month after Whoopi Goldberg. 44 days from his birthday. Oh, wait. Well, no, because that happened on the 27th that he did this. It could be for something that happened the day before, but still, it's that 46 days, sacrifice 46. I mean, this is even more fitting. Jamie Foxx, well, 44, 46. You see a reverse full reduction, 46. 46 days from his birthday, he's here commenting on this. Guys, don't you see the accuracy we have here? It is extremely high. Guys, I just roll through this. I have no problem putting in his birthday, knowing we're gonna get the number, and explaining to you. Why do you think I explain my sentiment? Because I should prove to you how relevant this knowledge is, how repetitive this shit is. I've been putting out these videos for almost 4 years now. Maybe, I don't know, around 4 years, 3 years, whatever. But I've been seeing this shit since 2016 when I found Zach's work, and it's been the same exact pattern, same exact shit every single time. That's what fucking science is. That's what research fucking is. I'm so sick of going to fucking classes and lab, collecting, doing all this pointless bullshit. But then the thing they really teach you, which is like, because that's one thing about schools, like, they teach you little things like that, like going to chemistry lab and things like that, knowing that, okay, you got to have like accurate data, repetitive results, you know, things like that. Not just read a bunch of studies and believe fucking experts and then denounce everything else. That's not what you learn in fucking chemistry lab. If you just did that, that's pretty much copying off everyone's paper, and you can end up losing because you copy off the fucking idiots. That's what happens. Whenever you deny what's going on and instead fall for the agenda, march along, that's literally what you're doing. You're cheating off the retards test. I don't know why you'd fucking do that. Because we're all being tested by this gang. And most people are fucking failing. I will never wear it again. 330, reversing the alphabetical order, you'll 33. You get this 132 for Catholic Church, the 237, 2 times 3 times 7, 42, like nigger, with Prince Hall. I mean, come on, man. This is too much. Hey, Nikki, yep, more than entertainment. Bunch of mind control. Whoopi knew exactly what she was wearing and paying homage to. She's not slick at all. Exactly. She knew exactly what she was doing it, and she was doing it 74 days from her birthday. 74 days from her birthday. I mean, come on. Just so stupid. So, I think silver was up next. We kind of already touched silver, but silver's trending because of Reddit supposedly. Because you think Reddit now can move silver futures, guys. Again, Reddit people, they're trading probably silver options, the ETF. Again, gap up and fade. That's what the ETF did. SLV, gap up and fade. But again, I like this range it's forming. Like, this is what I'm looking at now. See where it bottomed out? So this gap, remember the gap we filled because we gapped up. So we have a gap between, well, now even a gap between here, but let's just go from previous day's close or open. Previous day's open or highs even. See this gap? They have not closed it. So over some days, maybe tomorrow we can go down here. We can chill around here, or we could just again start coasting up. But we have this kind of what, ascending triangle or symmetrical triangle that would be forming around this area. This is what silver most likely will be doing. Again, it's a market. Anything can fucking happen. Again, silver can gap up now. It can literally gap up over some more propaganda. You'll see silver up here the next day, and it can just shoot up. It can 100% do that. But just based on what normally happens, you see how we fit the resistance zone. We're kind of just bobbing in this area now. Hopefully, I mean, I still like to see the next day's candle, but again, let's just assume we close around here. It'll just be in here. So I'd look for just a move higher, honestly. A retest of the highs and a break higher. Or a pullback and a curl off in this area, move higher. So let's see what they're gonna do. It's always by the numbers with these people, blaming Reddit for everything. This is how they do it. Reddit 33. Let's see what CNN has to say about it. I think if we go to their homepage, they'll probably just talk about it. But again, I think it's like that blackjack theory. They told you about GameStop, it just started ripping as soon as they told you about it. But then they tell everyone about silver now. That's the next obvious play. And again, look, it's pulling back. But again, to me, this is normal. It's not like I'm not saying it's over. I really think it says room to move up. I think this is just the beginning. If it's gonna go up, I mean, it looks very healthy to me. All this volume here, sure, that's red flag, but I don't know. I think these people have a trick up their sleeve. The end of the beginning. The dark winter is here, and Americans see no way out. I mean, look at this crap, guys. Guys? I've been chilling here. Everything's been the same. I don't even know what these people are talking about. Maybe if you have two masks on your face all the time, lining up like this, sure, that's dark winter. You know, out in the cold. Isn't this what I said these fuckers would do? This is not what I said. I said just wait, it's a winter, and it's like they're probably showing you probably California or some shit. They're not showing you Wisconsin. They're not showing you Minnesota. Fucking dumbasses over Minnesota probably doing this because of COVID. Just standing in fucking line with their fucking 8 masks on, 10,000 masks on, you know, 1 mask for every fucking lake they have.
31% of us already in therapy, 1 in 6 of us now entering therapy for the first time. How much of that, if we know, attributable to COVID?
So it's pretty clear that it's, I would say, close to 100% attributable to COVID. And the reason being is that 2019 to 2020 was a very acute year. We've never seen anything like this in the history of statistics with depression rates.
Because they're stupid. I mean, a lot of people, guys, most people deserve it. Again, this is the knowledge to wait. Guys, if you knew how much of a bunch of bullshit this all was, and you knew that there was no fucking COVID crap that they're telling you like it is, and there's none, you know what I mean? If you just knew how much of an agenda this was, how it's rolled out by the numbers, how certain states and certain countries are doing things by the code, would you be all anxious all the time? No, you used to be like, oh, this is another event from the gang. We need to fight back. These people choose to stay afraid. I mean, come on. If you just put the pieces together, that's the thing. I don't care if they haven't figured out this knowledge yet or found any of our channels or anything. It's like, no. Just what they've been playing on the media doesn't make sense. I mean, you're still falling for this shit. Despite that, you just deserve to go to therapy. I'm sorry. You deserve to do that. You're doing it to yourself. You're doing it to yourself. The end of the beginning, 191, like Society of Jesus. This is from them. You know, those at 110, President. You know, 9/11 number. One big thing we still don't know about the GameStop rally. It's bullshit. You guys know everything at this point. So they're not even talking about silver on the front page right now. Oh, silver surges. Yes, they are. As Reddit Army targets metals. It's funny, guys, but on this channel especially, I've been saying for years that silver is gold and silver. I've been saying I've always been bullish metals. I'm still bullish silver. I said it doesn't matter how high silver goes. I think it's always going to be pretty, worth more than it is. Been saying this, and now it's ripping. And even now, that's what I'm saying. Like the thing with silver, you could buy this dip now that we see, and it could go lower. It's not a big deal. I mean, I think buying this dip on silver right now is not bad. I mean, for a move higher, you know how silver goes. People love buying silver. It just likes to jump. So this might be the pullback to get in. Again, I'm not, because I'm never giving you any suggestions. I always say every time I'm suggesting anything, I'm just sharing my opinion. Because like, guys, if I bought silver, it'd just be some nuggets. Like I'd buy like an ounce to hold. That's how I'd like to do it. Hold the actual thing. But to be honest, I mean, if I bought the actual thing here, like 1 ounce here, or if I bought it when it break new highs, or like I just wouldn't. To me, in the long run, it just doesn't matter. See how we're in this big long-term zone? Like, I just don't think it matters. Especially if you're buying just 1 ounce. If you're buying like, 1,000 ounces, 10,000 ounces, then yeah. But that'll just be the craziest thing. What silver could actually take off. It could be the new uptrend for silver, and they say, yeah, Reddit started. Reddit will go down in history for starting silver, for cornering the silver market essentially, and starting a nice uptrend. That's what they'll blame it on. But no, it'll just be this gang. The silver squeeze. 806. Touching 5 months highs. Silver 41 to 13 prime, surging 13%. You see how they're doing this? It's always by the numbers with this shit. 41 to 13 prime, 31 reflection of 13. And they're telling you that they went 13%. In more recent trading, silver futures were up almost 11%. You see this riddle? Oh my, this is what they do. Guys, they use this gematria to move the markets. I've been saying this for fucking ever. And they give you so many fucking examples. And again, I would even contend that, yeah, these aren't even the exact numbers. It didn't move by exactly 13%, exactly 11. But again, they just give you these and then move the market accordingly still anyway. Silver, 31, the 11th prime, right? Later on in recent trading, it moved up 11%, but it went as high as 13%. Silver, 41 to 13 prime. See, they're using the prime number relationships of these two full reduction ciphers to give you this information. I mean, how specific is that? This is exactly what they're doing. Silver going to the moon on Monday, Moon Day. I mean, come on, man. Silver going to the moon, kind of like a rocket going up in the space. And of course, the stocks, the small caps, the stocks kind of surrounding this are going to start moving. And guys, that's what I'm saying. If you can't get in on silver, you can trade the stocks that surround it if silver starts to make higher moves. You can just wait for it to make literally new highs and hold and start ripping. And then those stocks are going to have sympathy momentum. And those sympathy plays are even easier to trade or invest in for those that don't like to trade. But again, I don't know why you invest on these things that are just ripping. I mean, they're not sustained. So so you should probably just trade these. But like with sympathy momentum, right? You have like the main gauge. You have the leader. So if you have silver just ripping, like for example, when GameStop was going up and up and up, all the other stocks were going up with it. You could just be trading those, and as soon as you start seeing GameStop weaken, then you just get out of those other ones because they're probably going to weaken as well. This happens a lot. It's sympathy momentum. So again, in the market, it's never too late. Never feel like you missed the big 15% move or 13% move. No, there's plenty more action. You could go short, and fucking if it's gonna crack all this level. I mean, if that's your strategy, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I think it's too early to short. But that's just me. So SLV will destroy the biggest banks, not just some of the little hedge funds. Because a lot of them, a lot of them have guys. Don't worry, guys. The biggest banks, they have a hand in all of this. They run this probably a lot of the silver supply too, and things like that too. I mean, sure, I'm not there, but again, I just put pieces together. It's very clear that they run the market. They rig everything. They do things by the numbers. This is silver. This is what this gang is giving you. And it just, to me, it's just so dumb how they have all this propaganda surrounding this. I mean, to me, it's just the market, doing its thing again. And here they're just putting all this propaganda out. It's like, really, it retested its, highs from some months ago, from August, failed. It's kind of in that area. And instead of just telling us that, you're saying, oh, no, Reddit, da, da, da. Like, okay, if Reddit, that's what I'm saying. If Reddit was so good and powerful and strong, why couldn't they just rip through the highs? That's exactly what I'm saying. it's all the big bankers that they're telling about. They're holding the fucking stock down. I mean, guys, the fucking price action proves it. If you can understand the price action, you know all this fucking propaganda is complete garbage, right? What all the Reddit? Sure, all the Redditors are holding it up here. That's what they're doing. Sure, some are buying. I'm not saying they're not, but if it's such a big craze, right? If 7 million people on Reddit now, or Wall Street Bets, all these fucking people, then why couldn't they just rip through the highs? Why couldn't they overtake Wall Street? Why couldn't they overtake the fucking bankers? That's what they should have done. Why is it just chilling? I mean, don't you see how this is just dumb? Oh, because it's resistance. I don't give a fuck. That's the catalyst, though, is this big Reddit gang. It shows you the strength of them. It shows you that it's all controlled. It's all bullshit. This is just exactly what they would do with any other sort of nonsense they'll tell you. Unless they said that, oh, we're going to a war with, let's say that a war with Russia will cost silver. I don't think it will, but let's just say it does. It could. We're at the war with Russia now. Silver prices are gonna be super scared. They're gonna take all the silver. Then the same people, the big bankers, will then drive the price up super high. But you just get how this is just makes no sense. I mean, I don't mean to rant so much about that, but it's like, stop believing it's just Reddit doing all this. I mean, it makes no fucking sense. The charts literally show you it's not them. Even with GameStop, I mean, they weren't the ones jacking it up so high all like that, squeezing out every last hedge fund. You think that other hedge funds, other big players, the Jesuits, the Catholic Church, weren't buying the breakouts? Yes, they were, guys. The Catholic Church was buying every single breakout in GameStop. They were shorting every single top. GameStop has 140% of stocks shorted. Yeah, it had such a... Yeah, they 100% controlled. They controlled the whole thing. Reddit is controlled and manipulated 100%. Yep. Charlie Beats says carbon 12. One of 5 elements in the human DNA is composed of 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons, which equates to 666. Yep, carbon, the big 666 element. Yes, this gang likes to allude to that too. Leopard Messiah said he bought AMC and Nokia. That's the silver pushes to deflect investors. It's just, yeah, definitely to cause more confusion. Those things will have a pop, maybe hopefully back up to the halfway to where they're dipped at. There's probably just so many bag holders. There's gonna, it'd be hard to push it back up. Reddit comes up every time you search on Google, regardless of what the search is for exactly. I think, like, so Reddit, I use Reddit as a tool. There's a handful of instances I use Reddit for these, like, for example, like, you're trying to, like, maybe a piece of equipment. You want to know someone else's experience with it. Like, I think going to Reddit to see other people's experience with this piece of equipment and see how they're using it and what their experience with it is, you get ideas with it. Right? I think that's, like, stuff like that is, I think, like, the only use for Reddit. But the mainstream shit and, having an argument like what you believe and think in your search results is bullshit. Yep. Arcadia Economics channel. Cool, I'll remember that. Arcadia Economics. I'll just cue that up. The media 6638 151 43. Nice, Itachi. Masonic 43. Nice. The truth about Wall Street and what's coming next. The markets are manipulated, and most of what we hear in the mainstream media is designed to mislead. Exactly. I mean, guys, again, that's not even conspiracy. It's just crazy how people think I'm talking. Guys, anyone who's involved in the market long enough understands this. Like, they all know it's all, like, not it's all bullshit propaganda, right? A lot of them are probably buying into this stuff, but they don't, like, fully believe it at the very least. I mean, they know that shit just kind of, they put out the news to go on with the market action. They do it all the time. Oh, Paula Brandon, they locked you out of your bank account. So they do. I mean, that seems to be just the. But watch. I mean, to me, that could be all. Yeah, Reddit is NWO. That could be all prediction. Like, wait until the day where everyone is locked out of their bank account and their passcode is correct. Oh, nice. You get 50 pounds on the Buccaneers. Nice. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go all in. But to me, it's like nothing at all. But whatever it's in the account I have. Yeah, Dogecoin could keep going up. I'm not touching any of that stuff though. I'm just pinpoint focus on just my niche. But again, I look at everything, watch everything. But yeah, this is, anyone just join. This is what they're talking about silver, but even just as relevant, GameStop. Just to see the pump and dump this was. Look, it's just frozen. Talk about pump and dump, man. I mean, do you get it now? When I just been talking about the market left and right about how these people love to pump and dump shit. Doesn't matter what it is. I mean, this should wake you up to what is possible. And guess what, guys? There's going to be even a bigger one. I say it every time. There's, as I said this last time before GameStop, I said, guys, didn't I not say there's going to be always the next one? It's going to be even a bigger one and a bigger one and a bigger one. I said it. Now look at this one. There's going to be. It might not happen for some years. And if not, guess what? There's going to be multiple big ones that will just equal up this one. Again, this was, I'll show you right now. This is, let's say it's consolidating here. A 2000, see, it made a 2,500% move. Well, we had a 4,000% mover, was a few couple months ago. I don't remember which one, I don't remember the name. It was like 4,000%. Kodak was like a huge one. I mean, we had plenty of 1,000% runners. There's days where you have 300% movers 3 days in a row. So one day you have one stock that's up 300%, another one's up 300%, another one's up 300% the next day. Some days you have one's up 300%, one's up 200%. I mean, there's days where it's just crazy momentum. So there's just so much opportunity. Because again, it's the same shit. It's the same big bankers, big hands, these people with the money playing games in the stock market. That's all it is. But then they have the mainstream media stage to use for a lot of these as well to make these big deals. Because this was an inside deal. They had a deal. A lot of these people were bought in super low. They knew, all these people bought in $11, $10. They knew this was going to happen. They knew it. And they all were loading up. You even see some of these big green volume days. I mean, who do you think was buying here? 30 million shares bought or traded, not bought, but traded. They were probably adding here. Loading up. And then they're selling to everyone up here. And they shorted up here as well. This is how they make the money. Yeah, if you can make profits, go ahead. That's what I'm saying, guys. It's an ever-ending cycle. It's a big, again, it's a canvas. It's a system where you can build a system to extract money from this, because with or without you is going to be doing this, with or without you. And if you don't want to have any sort of stock at all, you don't. There's people out there who don't touch stock whatsoever. You can trade straight up options, so you have no money invested in the company itself at all. You just have the little tickets that are just going to expire worthless. You could fucking sell out of money options. You're just selling worthless shit. You're literally selling worthless shit that just has some time value on it and make money on that. You could do that. There's a lot of things you can do. It's got to practice, and I think you have to enjoy to do it. I think you can't just do it for the money. I don't know. Because I don't know how you'd be able to keep on top of it and get through like the discouragements and like the studying and stuff like that. Like you gotta actually like actively doing it, I think. Like there's people who love actively, betting on these fake sports. They love actively looking at them and looking at the riddles, and they're making good ass money on it. You don't put too much stock into it, but you bet on rig sports every day. Nice, Eric. Yeah, I mean, especially if you're really consistent with it and you just like to do it, you can stay on top of it, then definitely. My problem is that I can never stay on top of it. I would just like forget to like even do it. Yeah, exactly, man. This is why, see, it's like a fucking mini game. I have to like make sure to wrench everyone. But guys, the day you see, I know you guys, everyone here is cool, but guys, the day this plan foils, but guys, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Someone will come here, they'll start trolling, spamming, then just remove the wrench. I mean, but no one's, you know what I mean? Like, so if I accidentally wrenched a troll, that's the worst that would happen. They would just troll for a bit. So it's just impossible at this point. They just know it's not even worth it. Comex, yep, 21. Oh my god, Comex 21. Today is 2/1 and 21. Hey, what's good, Bartley? Yeah, we cool. Trey Young's 135th day of his age. Kobe Bryant 135. Hawks are going to beat the Lakers tonight. Lakers fall to 15-7. Kobe Bryant equals. Oh, Lakers fall to 15-7 on his 100. Okay, this is good. So Hawks gonna beat the Lakers on those numbers. Awesome, man. It's a good decode. Yeah, anyone who's new, it's that easy to decode sports. It's, they'll fall on this record on this date. This many days for their birthday synced up with like Kobe or someone important, and then you do that. And again, let's just say that particular strategy. Let's just say that works 7 out of 10 games, which probably works more than that. Okay, you still have 70% win rate, which is a perfect win rate. So again, like, if you like the sports bet, you have to keep up with sports, but you're not using gematria. I always say I don't know what you're doing. The only reason they're not sports bet is because you just don't want to do it. Like, you just don't keep up with it. You just don't want to do it. But if you want to do it and you like to do it, and you're not using gematria, something's wrong with you. Just telling you now. So I think we do gotta go to CNN. Because like my brain's like works in a loop, and then when I look at some of the stuff, and if I didn't break that loop, we would just been looking at more silver. And I think I've said enough about silver. I said what I even drew in the chart, what could happen. If you got here late, you can ask in the comments. I'll give you a recap. But again, I mean, guys, I'm an advisor. I'm not even in silver. Right? If I was in silver, I'd even be more vocal on it. But I'm not in any of this shit right now. So I'm not gonna tell you what to do and anything. I'm not even in it. But you see how it's look how it's bouncing off these. Look, it's doing these things. See this triangle I drew. It's now pushing up. Sure, it might be too early to talk always, but see, we're coming closer towards the end of the day, minute by minute, and it's trying to hold this zone. This isn't Reddit saying, "Oh, you think everyone Reddit sitting with a fucking chart up, trying to buy out the resistance?" Sure, some people are. A good handful of them are. They're telling people, but it's not Reddit now saying, "Oh, look, support. It's at support now. That's new support." No, guys, it would have been fucking doing this anyway. It's these people preparing. They're probably preparing silver for the next leg up. These are healthy pullbacks. They shake out all the weak people. They take their profits, right? A lot of profits are probably being taken. Everyone buy down here, and then now they're buying the dip. And you can either base out here and rip higher, or just start ripping higher the next day. What did this? What's just ripped and did this? I don't remember. Oh, well, GameStop did something similar, but that's not what I'm thinking of. But it's the same shit. I mean, rips up. This, very shallow pullback, holds the level, curls up, and goes. It can be a bigger pullback and do it. I mean, it's just dumb how this thing Reddit. It's like, come on, man. Like Reddit controls the market. And someone else was like, "Well, these guys just don't want to believe that it's possible." Like, no, because I understand who runs the show. I understand who has all the money, who controls the news, who does it all by the numbers. Who's saying that. Yeah, I'm doing this recap because this is a good example, and I saw 70 people in the chat. So anyone who's new here, I think there's some new people here. This is all by the numbers propaganda. They use gematria, numerology, Kabbalah, because the Jesuits who run CNN, who run the markets, who run supply and demand, all this type of shit, they believe that God created the world, combined the letter with the number, and through doing that, pretty much you can see closer to God and be like God. That's why they mock everyone. They pretend that they're God over everyone. They play God over everyone the way they think God operates. And since they think God operates with numbers, I laugh because I see another one here. This is what they do. They do number rituals all the time because they think God does this. Silver futures surged as much as 13% to Monday, touching 5-month highs. That follows a 6% rally last week. So surging as much as 13%, following a 6% rally. What's 13? 13 is a 6 prime number. Silver equals 41, reversing the alphabetical order where A is 26, Z is 1, reducing each letter to single digit. Silver 41 to 13 prime, right? 13 is the 6 prime number. So they use prime number relationships. Numbers are only their only divisors are 1 and themselves, right? Indivisible, strong, independent. That's what they love, the prime number. So 13 is the 6 prime number, right? So last week it went up 6%. Now this week's up 13%. And then they go on to say what? That recently it was up as much as 11%. Without reversing, where A's 1, Z is 26, right? So A, B, C through A through I is 9, J is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus, right? So you add them all together. So 31 is the 11 prime. See, silver's 31, full reduction. 31 is the 11th prime number. So they're telling you in most recent trading, silver futures were up almost 11%. In more recent trading, silver futures were up almost 11%. So 11, 13, 13 is the 6 prime. You see how these are primary relationships, these are patterns they're putting here, and they go with the gematria of silver here. And again, why are they telling you this, doing this by the numbers on this day? I mean, this is all crap. This is honestly the more accurate thing, since we're looking at the SLV chart, just because that's what a lot of these Redditors are trying to trade and buy, but again, I would like to look at this. This is, to me, more appropriate. You're looking at the actual futures. I mean, it's what this shit's doing is what that essentially is going to do. And again, it's doing the same. If it's trying to close near its highs up here, it's trying to set up for a move higher. I mean, in both charts, it shows the same thing. So yes, if you want my final verdict, am I bullish silver? Do I think it's going to go higher? I do, but don't buy it and blame me if you lose. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm just saying how I see it, right? Here, nice big volume spike here and everything. I mean, it looks like it's ready to go for a move higher. I don't think it's going to range bound in that triangle that long. Guys, I always hope I'm wrong on these things. That's how I learn more. If it doesn't go higher, it just sinks. Because it can easily make everyone look like it go higher and it doesn't. It just cheats everyone because everyone. It's so public. That's just my thing. Is everyone knows about it now. They knew about it before. They have time to get in it now. Like they're actually giving everyone time to buy and just profit off it. Maybe that's what they're doing. Oh, we'll fuck up the economy, but we'll just pump up the stock market and pump up the futures market and have everyone make their money that way. Which again, I mean, if you know how to trade, then I guess it doesn't cool. But that's stupid. They're still fucking up everyone. I don't give a fuck. Why can't they just not do that? Can I cover First Majestic Silver Company and the dude that runs it? He is famous for not selling silver to COMEX. He produces 2 million ounces a year. I'm sure this guy's, this guy's probably, controlled. But I wouldn't sell shit to COMEX either. Guys, you better not sell your silver to COMEX either. You don't have to. You can have silver and sell to anyone you want without going through an exchange. You don't have to sell. It's not like the stocks, right? Where I think you might even have to legally sell your stocks on an exchange. Maybe that, because having a bar of silver is not having a futures contract. So you don't need. You can just give your silver to someone. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to give these fucking fuckers anything. This might be the last thing we look at. I hope I'm wrong on that, but I think it might be the last thing. So First Majestic Silver Corp, a Canadian silver mining company that operates in Mexico. 7 producing mines. Traded as AG. Well, first off, we can see if there's stocks involved in this at all. I'm sure it is. Yep, gapped up. But again, you see, I think these people are trying to come in. Like, what time is it now? Like, isn't lunch hour kind of coming to a close? Yeah, it's 1:18. We're kind of coming into 2 p.m. So, like, are they setting up even for an afternoon squeeze? Or, again, it's going to kind of close by its highs. Maybe, again, whatever this shit's going to do, they're all going to do the same, right? If silver goes higher, this will go higher. If silver just plummets, this will kind of go back. But even if silver tanks, right, this will still have a bounce. There's like a 95% chance it will bounce like in the zone. $18, $19. You can buy off like 18, 19, maybe even 20. I would say 20 is a nice whole number. I would even look for a bounce off 20 up to like 21, like a quick trade, something like that. Just little ideas. Because again, this gap zone is just so important. Like, but the guy who runs it, Keith Neumeyer. Keith Neumeyer. Guess his name gematria. Keith Neumeyer. 6966. You Catholic Church numbers. See, I mean, if this guy doesn't have like silver numbers or the numbers for his company, if it was that right away, I'd be like really on to him. But again, this guy could be slightly connected. He could be a little bit controlled, where like he has a little deal with these people, but he might not be a Manchurian actor. You know what I mean? I don't want to just assume that. But First Majestic Silver does have the 84132, like Catholic Church. 237, 2 times 3 times 7 is 42. I mean, guys, if you want to know my assumption, though, yeah, I do think he's 100% like heavily connected. Just I know on the born to be level, I just don't know, you know. I'm trying to be very conscientious, but rest assured, this guy's a pawn. I mean, he runs a big silver mining company that's listed on an exchange, and their stock's controlled by these people. I mean, Catholic Church, First Majestic Silver, the Catholic Church 84, Jesuit numbers. In Mexico, you know, some Catholic country. That's where they mine. That First Majestics. Let's see if there's numbers in that. But there's one thing I really want to look at. I'm trying to remember. Oh shit. Well, I think you guys get the gist of it. I mean, at this point, everything's just repetition. But I guess we'll wrap it up with this. I'll go back to the chat unless there's more questions. I mean, what do you want to know about the guy? What specific you want to know about him? Yeah, silver's definitely going to $50 soon. Yeah, I think silver is only gonna go up. I can't imagine silver going like really low. And if it does, then it does. Like buy the dip. I mean, again, silver will go very low. You'll buy it. Junk silver is hard to store though. 99.9 gold, silver better. Yeah, I mean, you'll have like the actual good shit. Oh, for sure, homeschool cool. I'm glad to always help y'all out. Oh, Mag Truth. Mag Truth in the chat. Wow. Wow, never would have thought I getting Mag Truth here. Didn't sell all out at 48 because you bought it to protect your little wealth. Not as yeah. Hey Bones, man, if you made profit on it and your strategy was to sell, then that's fine because you can always get back in. Guys, that's my biggest takeaway for today. Here's my takeaway lesson for investing, for trading. You can always get back in, unless you know you're on your what PDT rule, and you know you're out of day trades. You know, apart from that, you can always get back in. So if you're up a lot, sell at least. I like to sell half. If you're in the whole position, I'd sell half, and if it goes higher, you just scale out. Yeah, see, yeah, some of you guys are hodlers, right? That's again, that's to each his own. I'll never, if your strategy works for you, I'll never tell you to change. I'll never tell anyone to do that. But if anyone new, if you want to know how I see the market, because I used to be a hodler too. I used to, and I hodl XRP. It's the only thing I hodl right now because I just really just don't give a shit about it. But me, I like to buy, sell into the huge rip, sell half, and then if it goes higher, you make more money. If it goes a little bit lower, and then breaks the pattern it's trying to form, then you just go all out. You still made a bunch of money. Instead of holding, it goes all the way up and then goes all the way back down, and then you either lose or make nothing. Because if you do that enough every single time, you just make a shit ton of money, and you make more because if you so let's say look here, MS Paint will be the best way to do this. Where's paint? Here's the best way to do this. I mean, if you, right? Use green. So you buy here, and then you sell up here, right? Instead of hodling, what a stock does, when a stock pulls back about 50% and starts to do this, what if you sold half, you're still holding, and then you buy again here? Because if you're hodling, right, you're just gonna hodl through all this. So you're already up, you buy again here, or the breakout of this. You don't have to even try to time this. You can just buy the break of your highs. So a pullback. So you sold some. Well, but then you might as well hodl. If you only buy breakouts, then you might as well hodl. I see that. I see that reasoning. But if you're just gonna buy, you should be buying dips. If you're not doing the other way, you're gonna make more money because you're gonna be buying the dip and you're gonna be buying the breakout, and you're holding half of your original position, and then it comes to the next leg higher, probably a measured move of the first leg. So this area, you'll take this distance. That'll be the distance of this breakout. So then it'll probably come up here. So you'll sell here. Maybe you'll look for signs of weakness. You'll learn how to identify that, and then you scale out of there. And it won't be perfect. You might even get a little early, but this is the whole idea. So then you still sell half, and it pulls back again. So it's a second pullback. So you're up a bunch, and you buy this dip again. So you buy here, and you buy this breakout again. You're still holding a bunch, and then here's the last rip, and then you'll get lucky this time because it could probably be a blow off top, right? We have the first, second pullback. Maybe you can consolidate a bunch, and then just squeeze the fuck out of these shorts. And you might even have a pre-market high over here, like pre-market trading, or previous day's highs here, and then all of a sudden you squeeze all these people out, and you just go parabolic. And you're still holding all that shit from earlier, but you've also been selling on the way up. I mean, it's a bad example because if you're hodling, you'd be into all this. But again, you wouldn't have made money buying these pullbacks. But then what to say you did that, right? But then the stock, instead of doing this, what to say it did this? It rolled over from here. It didn't. The second pullback was like a double top, false breakout, and then it just does this. It just like rips down because it was a false breakout. It didn't work. You're hodling everything here, and then instead of making all this, you literally just make like this. And since you're already down, your psychological emotions are gonna come in, and you're gonna say like, "Damn, man, I was up this." Just you're gonna wait for like a bounce. And you might even average down too. So you might average down, say, "Oh, you got a good dip," not knowing it's probably a big pullback. You average down, and then you get lucky if it pops up. But what if you average down and then it goes lower? I mean, it's just like I like to secure profit because you never know what's gonna happen next. That's just why. You never know who's on the other side of the shit. You never know. It's not, and yeah, sure, it's out of fear, but again, that's all the market is, fear and greed. But again, it's like it's not selling too soon. It's having a system behind it, right? I wasn't selling. I used to sell like right here, right? It would break out, I'll just sell. But what you want to do is really try to give this measured move a time to work, and look at the level 2 of the tape. Because if you see shit on the tape, it's really like, because sometimes it will do that. It'll break it. It'll barely do anything. But on the tape, you'll see that because you can always get back in. If you got out here, well, guess what? It'll curl back up, and you can get back in for them to move higher. You can always get back in. So I hope that helps someone. Natalie said, "You guys sucked into Bitcoin. Long story. Working on getting some of your money back." See, Natalie, this is the things I enjoy people bringing up. It shows the real emotions of trading, the real things that happen. You probably saw Bitcoin really high, maybe at 40. I don't know how I went, but you probably bought a little bit, thinking it was gonna go higher. Which again, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with guys. There's nothing wrong with buying very high, buying at the top. You just have to have a plan and a tighter stop and a quicker exit, because if it's already made such an extended move, the odds are against you. Guys, I buy high all the time. I'll hit the top all the time. But again, once I hit that top, I know. And here's how I love reading the tape because I'm talking about small caps a lot. If it's going up and ripping and I buy, that shit better start ripping, man. Because think about it. It was going up the whole time. And then, now when I buy, it just starts going down or stops moving. That's already a cautionary tale. And sometimes I'll get right back out and it'll actually pull back. And then you catch that dip. Yeah, I don't care about much. Yeah, I mean, Charlie, in this world, you definitely can. I mean, what most people say is ridiculous. The fees, the getting it back is a lot. Damn. No plan, so you consider it a loss. Yeah, a loss and a learning lesson. Every loss in the market is tuition. I've had big losses. I've had pretty big losses in my time, and they all just taught me something, and I move on. And oh wow, yeah, something just popped up at work, guys. But 1 second, guys. It's easy as fuck to have billions in dollars. It's hard to have billions in silver. They need to own more silver to stay wealthy. That's true. To me, it just seems like it's more of a pullback then. Investing isn't your thing. Hey, Natalie, man, we all go through it. Natalie, so shit, and things it might not be your thing. You know, some people it's not their thing, but take that experience. That's completely normal. I've been there. All the biggest hedge fund traders, the biggest traders you see out there, they've all been there. We've all done it. We've all just bought something, just ripping, without a plan. I've done it countless times. All right, guys, I got 5 minutes. 5 minutes left, so I'll just talk for 5 more minutes just to wrap this up. Yeah, you have to take a chance, but that's why I always say small counts for like you want to learn, you want to really do paper trading at the way beginning if you have no clue what you're doing because you're gonna press the wrong buttons. You're gonna press the wrong buttons. You're gonna set a stop loss, but instead of just click sell instead. I've done that before. Like I think paper trading at the beginning for like a few weeks for anywhere is good, but then don't do it too long because like I think you want to get to like so I don't like small accounts either, but I think after you've built your strategy, you want to paper trade your strategy that you've built. You want to build your strategy, have a trading plan. Because anyone can do these things. Again, the bank doesn't recognize Bitcoin. It doesn't exactly. Today's numerology. Today's numerology is 44 date numerology. You know, kill 44. I haven't seen that yet. Maybe we'll for last minute look for like a kill riddle, but talk about a bunch of silver today. But yeah, I mean, starting with a small count won't be the worst thing to do. And trade your strategy with it. Prove that you can have the emotions to do it. Who's gonna die today? Asked Lee Clarkson. It's a good question. I don't know who. I haven't done research to see who, but we can peep CNN real fast. Basically, you lost all your savings. Damn. Hey, Mahalo. Damn, Natalie. Well, even then, I mean, it sucks. Because I know you see something just ripping higher, higher. You think it's just the next move higher. All I can say is you know, there's someone out there who probably lost way more. I know it's all relative, and it probably, did hurt you. But all you can do is just move forward, right? Like sure, you're probably still holding it. Yeah, shorting options can definitely fuck you up. I'll never have the guts to do that. It's just never worth it to me. The stress is too much. If I ever shorted an option, I would have to have it in a spread or cash secured or covered or something like that. But just naked, I could never do that. What sites are, man? I mean, hey Paul, I'm glad you asked, but it's just because there's this one site I was trying to buy once, and I just I would just literally, again, it's funny you talk shit about Reddit, but like it's the one thing I said about Reddit. It's like you can go on Reddit. I know, sure, there can be trolls in there and people misleading you, but if you go on Reddit, find multiple topics, right? Multiple forums, and most people are saying, yeah, it's this place with the buy silver, and that's why I did. And it was like a reputable company. I never bought from them yet though, so they could have been, you know, they seem to give you like your ounce of silver. They did match the market price. I was tracking the price. Like they were pretty good with giving you a good market value on it. And it seemed like what all sorts of different people were talking about, even on YouTube, right? So just like YouTube it, Reddit it, find the most common, popular one, and then just start by buying like 1 ounce. You know, and then if you get your ounce, then add. That's what I would do. Oh, nice! You're able to unlock your bank account. Yeah, gold and silver is better because at the end of the day, again, if you had like all that in silver or gold, I mean, let's say the price of gold goes to like literally $10 or something. I mean, for that to happen though, it had to be like some big, like just so much supply of it. Let's just say it went to some level, but you still had all that gold, but then shit like hit the fan and no one had food anymore. You just still have all that gold and silver. That shit like it's just so much more intrinsic value. So it is. But again, Natalie, here's the thing: Bitcoin can definitely, if you're holding for it to go back up to your level, and don't want to cut your losses, I can see that. I can maybe give some. I can look at the chart real quick and give you some hope in terms of the technical analysis. Because guys, I mean, when Bitcoin was down at 3,000, I mean, I knew just on the long term chart that Bitcoin was on an uptrend. It was very low. It had a huge rip. It pulled back, but it pulled back higher than what it used to be. So like, okay, looks like this is the type of trend it's going to be making, and that's what it's doing. So I mean, guys, Bitcoin can still go to $100,000. Right now it's at 33,000. Yeah, guys, understand this is. You have to understand it's above its previous resistance level. Yeah, again, I'm not trying to give you any advice. There's no financial advice, but it's in my opinion what I would do. Depending, like, I don't think I would sell. I don't think I would. I think I would hold. I don't know if I'd average down, but I would just hold. I mean, unless it went well, it depends your risk tolerance, right? It depends when you bought it. If you bought it higher than this, which I'm assuming you did, I don't know. See, I haven't looked at the chart because I shouldn't even say it because I don't want to influence. I don't want to influence you at all. You're like, oh, but Chigozino's trading it. Like, I think, guys, I don't own Bitcoin anymore. I sold my Bitcoin, and I made money on it. You know, but like, I didn't make that much on it. I mean, like a couple grand or something. Not even that. Like, I don't think I made. I don't think I made that. I think I made like $1,000. But it was fun. It was back in the day, like 2017, 2018. But what I'm trying to say is that just like how it was consolidating, it popped up, it pulled back. I would like this in dollars. I don't know what the fuck this is. But again, I mean, honestly, we don't even need the dollar amount. I mean, just look at the chart. It's the same. So, we've seen a daily chart here. Past 3 months. I have to subscribe. Fuck these people, man. Okay. But you see, I mean, if you bought it 48,000, let's just even look at the last month. It bottomed at 28 or 6, 28.6. So at 30,000 range, it hit highs of 40,000, and I don't know. It could have been higher before this. That's why I wish I had more information. But let's just look at the past month. It's making lower lows, but look what it's doing now. See, it's making higher lows. This is again, it's not even false hope. I mean, again, like I would tell myself, why would I sell? This is what I mean. Why would I cut my position? I'm not telling you to sell when it breaks this. Again, I think you should have your own plan. I don't want to give you any sort of advice and mislead you. But what I would do is at least not consider selling if it's like holding this zone, right? I mean, if it's holding 28,000, all this zone, it's still holding this pattern, and it could curl up here, right, and then go back to its highs. It's making higher lows, and maybe if it can break, the next move we want to see now is want to go over 38.5, maybe hit 39, because then we're making higher highs than this, right? We're hitting the 39,000, you're making higher highs, and then we have another higher low, and then we start curling up into a squeeze, and then there's some propaganda behind it, so it's actually not looking bad. Yeah, see? Oh, wait, why does this look... Oh, this is the past week. I was like, okay. But even the past week, it wants to curl, but I wish I had more data. Man, why do they make you pay? This is stupid. guys, this is also why I just don't care about crypto. I mean, the inaccessibility of it also still is just why I hate the exchange shit, the tickets, the tokens, the wallet, this passcode. I'm like, I just want to buy and sell shit, bam, bam. Like, I don't want to do all this nonsense. That stuff is what kind of turned me off from it. Because again, I was doing this before before shit even blew up, and I was like, I might just stick with small caps. Yeah, I'm already late, man. This is ridiculous. Well, again, when I say ridiculous, I just mean like this chart, guys. Please, never think I'm talking about you, because I love looking at this. I love sharing this, helping you guys learn this and see what's going on. It's not that at all. It's just juggling this with going back to work soon, and time's just flying. But I just want to, again, it's a good learning lesson for everyone. Can you give me a full featured chart without having me do all this garbage? Yes, TradingView is cool. I should have just gone here. This is bits. What? Bitstamp. Oh, I think that's what I just call it. Bitcoin US dollar is what we need. So you see, this is looking good. I would not be discouraged. If it's sure, it's still too early to tell. It still could be making a bear flag from here, and it can go all the way down. It could still do this. We can have some kind of head and shoulders. But honestly, this is looking like it wants to kind of roll back up and have another move higher. That's just me being hopeful. Again, it could. I'm not predicting this. I'm not saying, right, if I was so 100% right on this, it would just go up. It could easily roll over and go all the way back down to, 12,000, 22,000 on one day, saying, oh, Bitcoin had its worst day ever. Joe Biden said, the SEC, Joe Biden came over and sucked each other's dick, and now Bitcoin's, down. They could just pull some dumb shit like that. But, it doesn't matter what they say. I'd be a little hopeful. So all hope is not lost right now, but lessons are learned. So if I can have you leaving this video feeling a little bit better based on this chart, hopefully. I'm not even gonna find their candlesticks. I forgot to use this TradingView. I always forget to use it. But again, it's the same, you see. But the good thing is, this could be like the shoulder and the head. They made this double head and shoulders. But you see how, like, we cannot, like, this neckline is not being broken yet, and we're kind of getting above this level. So it's just looking at me like, okay, this was a false breakout, but then again, like, we can't, it's still too early to tell, but at the same time, it looks like they want a base here for a move higher. I mean, it just looks bullish. I'm trying to see how this is bearish. See, we have this this highest volume day here is on a red candle, but again, I also look at this extra volume. You have to account for the dip buyers. A lot of people stepped in and bought the dip here, and that accounted for a lot of this volume. But most of your bars are green and big. I don't know how much volume these volume bars matter with Bitcoin, because I don't trade it like that. But again, it looks fine to me. Doesn't look like it's over, I can tell you that. So I'll leave it there. I know Bob Barker just shared something, man, but he shared multiple things. Man, I love when you share things. It just sucks that I gotta leave. Like, I don't think I can check out any of these. I really don't think I can check out any of these. So I'll look at this because I already clicked it. Oh, purchase metals information from 4chan. Okay. Bullion dealers. JM Bullion. This was it. This was the one I looked into, I think. Wait. I could be wrong. Let me go to this site and you look at their logo and their branding. This might be the one that I thought of. Yeah, these people. These are the people that if I were to buy silver now, today, it would be from these people. Again, I have not bought from them yet, so I'm not sharing my experience in that terms, but these were the people that I was going to buy silver from, but just never did it. The thing is, I was going to buy literally 1 ounce. So my 1 ounce, I was going to buy like $100 profit to go. It's like, come on. Like, I just don't, I'm not going to care about over $100 would have missed. Guys, this thing can go to, silver can go to $100 right now, and my 1 ounce would maybe, not even $1,000. I mean, again, that's why I'm not so worried about getting into silver right now and buying before it's too late. Like, I just don't feel that way about it. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I would have missed out on $1,000, even 10 grand. Okay, there's more opportunities all over the place. But that's why I'm not rushing to buy it. Like, it's not my budget. It's not my plan to buy this right now. But if I were to buy it, this is the place that my research told me was. And see, due to increased order volume, so they must be selling something decent, unless they're lying, which I don't think they're lying. I don't trust the BBB, but again, they have this here. At least they're not here to, completely scam you, maybe. They can be fake too, but there we go. Thanks a lot, Bob Barker. That was amazing. So Bob Barker's been sharing links to learn about silver. Yeah. Oh, for sure. I'm glad to be sharing this information. I hope anyone I can. And I guess You were using Bitcoin when it was $10 in 2012. Damn. Yeah, now Bitcoin's just crazy. And I guess I think this thing's, you know, it reminds me, people are kind of looking for the next Bitcoin. That's probably why GameStop's going crazy. And guys, again, I think the mentality of knowing that the next Bitcoin happens every single day, and pretty much in the small cap market at least, that's, and why, I guess, let's stop going from $1 to $2, from $2 to $3. That's a big fucking move. $2 to $2.50, $2 to $2.30. $3 to $3.20. I mean, a 20-cent move on a $3 stock, that happens all the time. But if you can get that every single day, that's what you strive to do on good setups, you're set. And over time, you just make a shit ton of money doing it because you can take a lot of size, especially if there's a lot of volume. So again, this is the mentality that if anyone has, I'm trying to impart on some people so they don't have FOMO, they don't jump into things when they're super high and without a plan, and, you know, feel like all hope is lost. The market is always churning, and guess what, guys? You don't anything. Things on eBay do the same shit. I mean, things happen. Things all of a sudden, right? You could do this. You could apply the same to any sort of market. So, see you guys. I'll see you later. We'll do this again. We have to do a part 2 tomorrow or something. Mike Ritson said his mate bought 75 Bitcoins at £4 each and lost his password. They are floating around cyberspace. Yeah, that sucks, man. That's probably happened to a bunch of people. But, you know, all you can do is move on. Because, you know, that's the two things. You can either sit there and say, fuck, I'm ruined, fuck it all again. Or you could just say, fuck it, I'm going to do something else and make money anyway. Like right? Like, while someone's sitting there saying, fuck this, the market's just making 100% movers all the time. You know what I mean? Jump into those. Hey, you're welcome, yo. So the silver company, JM Bullion. But then, I'll link it again. Bob Barker linked this. And it has other research and stuff. You know, there might even be a better place. But if I were to buy shit now, it would be from JM Bullion. Unless I did more research and found something better. But, I mean, if I did, I'll let you guys know. But I'd go for JM Bullion. But do your own research, you know. Oh, for sure, it's Freedom Seeds. No problem. I'm glad you guys like this stream. I'm glad that, I mean, I have something to offer. Gematria, market analysis. You know, and the final disclaimer, take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm not invested in any of these things. I'm not in GameStop. I'm not in silver. I'm not in Bitcoin. I'm not in any of these things. I'm in a bunch of... One day I'll try to get my Webull portfolio to show up here. I just can't get the fucking code on my phone in time. But once I do, I'll show you what I'm in. I'm just a bunch of shit-ass companies, bullshit penny stocks. But I'm making money. Made over $100 so far in my little $600 federal government account. That's a pretty big return. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all for the turtle method of consistent profits and small losses. Because I fucking hate big losses. And if you can cut out those big losses, you'll just make money. And that's what trading is. Big winners, moderate winners, small losers. That's it. You'll just make a shit ton of money. So I'll see you guys later. Yeah, my team is getting, yeah. I'll see you guys later. Much love. Peace out. I'll see you.